Hello to everyone that just joined the chat. We're so excited to have you today. Of course, you should know if you don't know already, but this is Alan Summers, and he's here to do a beginner slash intermediate workshop for us, Haiku workshop. And we're really excited to have him here today. And of course, I'm here with MVHA. I'm Camille Wilson. I'm their program director and social media manager. So a really quick intro so we can be good on time. Alan Summers is a lead tutor for haiku, tanka, haibu, senryu, and tanka stories. He's a writer and multi-award-winning haiku poet, including a pushcart prize, amongst others. And he is currently the editor-in-chief for the Haiku Reader Anthology series. He's also an essayist, an article writer, a critic, a book reviewer, international competition judge, co-founder and founder of various haiku and haibun journals. In 2015, he was even featured in a documentary about the exploration of haiku outside of Japan, made by NHK, an international broadcast company in Japan. And we're so excited to have him here today. He could be anywhere in the world, but he's right here with us. So we're excited to have him. We hope you're equally as excited. And with that, I will let Alan take it away.
Thank you, Camille. Hello, everyone. Okay. Get rid of the echo. Right. I've got a short presentation because it will give us all the heads up that we've got to get through this, because there's 26 or 28 people, and there might be even more. So Camille, do you want to try the screen sharing, as it didn't work my end for some reason? So as you can tell, there's going to be a few glitches. Brilliant. Okay. So as you can see, I'll rely on Camille to scroll down. Can you make it slightly smaller? Oh, that should be okay. So I'll just call it the next lines, and that will become obvious as we go through the 6 points. So next screen. Okay, so yes, you guessed it, it's like speed dating. You're speed dating with your own haiku, and you're sat at a table and your haiku's talking to you and you're talking to it, and hopefully you'll be happily married for life afterwards. So haiku speed date, are we prepared to look into the eye of the haiku and not just around it? Point 1. Right, so this movie might be more famous of Americans. I do urge you to watch it at some point. So the opening lines in haiku can be like opening scenes in movies. For instance, the Frank Capra movie, It's a Wonderful Life. A bell tolls, it's night, it's snowing hard, and the stars are bright and hard, and society feels unprotected. So you've got sound with the bell, you've got time, the night, and you've got movement, it's snowing hard, and that equals contrast. So next one. What is your trigger for a reader to feel included? Next one. Number 3. Okay, do we have expanse? So this is going to be one of the key features of the workshop. Expanse means a wide, continuous or large body of something, like a green expanse of a forest, a steaming blacktop highway, white tips of a rushing river. Do we feel pulled into whatever is setting up of a scene? Do we have something small for a contrast? The next lines. How does each next line connect and reconnect? How do they interact and react with each other, with us? See how the opener line and the closer line reflect, clash, or simply repeat each other like a mirror. So this is really important. The rereadability factor. Is there more to the haiku? Do we feel enough to revisit several times? Are we prepared to look into the eye of the haiku and not just around it? So thanks, Camille. You can stop sharing now. Don't worry about trying to remember all that. I'll just be using it as a guide. Right, so yeah, so you're on mute.
Okay, can everybody hear me through Alan's microphone? Great. Okay, so hi, I'm Karen. I work with Alan at Call the Page. People who've done these kind of workshops with us before know that Alan's the good cop, I'm the bad cop. I'm the one who says we have to move on because there are lots of people in the workshop and we only have a certain amount of time. So I'm the one with the stopwatch. Thank you so much for everyone for joining up. We were thrilled that so many people have enrolled. I think up to 60 here today are expected. But the downside of that is there's only a little bit of time to do the workshopping. So what we thought, rather than it be frustrating for everybody, if you can imagine that we're all workshopping together, so we're all in it together, and it might not, so if you can learn from each other's poems, and there won't be time to workshop a whole poem each, but if you can come to Alan with your poem and a short question about it, then he'll very happily direct his comment to what's going to be most useful to you. If you don't have a particular question, then just let Alan know and he'll respond in line with the themes that he's just talked through. And then the other thing is Alan's going to ask you to read your poem out one line at a time so that we all know where the line break is. And he'll ask you to, he'll just tell you like, okay, when he's got that line, and then the next one. So I'm hoping that we'll get into the rhythm of that. And it will mean people are hearing the poem in your own voice. So hopefully that's all clear. But if not now, then it will, as I said, we'll get into the rhythm of it. So I do apologise. It's such a short response to your poetry, but I'm also quite excited about how much we can do in this short time. So Alan.
Okay, so we need a volunteer to come forth and read the poem slowly while I type it into my laptop. So was that you, Bonnie? Put your hand up. They're all on mute, so that's going to be, oh, that's it, yeah. Always back on mute. Okay, that's it. Bonnie?
Yes, I can give you something if you're asking me.
I am.
Okay. Here it is. Slogging through the bog.
Slogging through the bog. Okay.
The earthly aroma of jam.
Ah, okay. What kind of jam?
It's cranberry. It's a cranberry bog.
Ah, right. So it's
Actually high bush cranberry.
high bush camp. Okay, that's good to have a Pacific. Well, I certainly like to know. So we've got did you have a question or should I just carry on?
Just carry on, please.
Thank you. So going back to the expanse, I feel that we've got the expanse because of the bog. I don't know if everyone knows what a bog is. If you read Seamus Heaney, give you a clue. So we've got the contrast slogging through the bog. We've got movement. Movement is really important in haiku, and you can have the sound of it, and the aroma is giving us a clue of the earthy smell as well. So that's great. Just see whether you might want to include the high bush cranberry or just cranberry jam. Right. Sorry, but I have to be the next poet now. I would love to keep going for an hour, but so who's next?
There was one other hand. I think Sally. I don't know if her hand is still up, but if not, I guess we can.
What about Jennifer Gurney and then Shiva?
This one's short, Alan.
Ah, like haiku.
Yes. I wake. The first part is I wake
I wake. Okay.
to a dream,
To a dream.
mountains.
Well, you certainly got the expanse. Have you got a question?
Nope.
Okay, so we're guessing it's morning, unless something is bad has happened during the night, because you've just woken up and you're either dreaming of mountains or there actually is mountains. Wouldn't mind just a tiny bit more, whether it's the mountain range being named or maybe the season. I did a whole journal on seasons, which has just gone up, and it's interesting how seasonal markers can really help. You don't have to have them in every haiku, but I mean, if it's first dream, for instance, we know it would be the new year.
Good idea.
Right, I think I've got to go on to the next. Shiva,
Thank you.
thanks.
Oh, sure. Winter melancholy. Oh,
Oh.
sorry. Winter melancholy, smiling for the camera.
Is it a 2-line haiku?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a duo stick, which just means duo 2 and stick means a line. Yeah, I think I quite like the fact that there's that strong negative space. We almost want another line, and I quite like we're not being given it. Now, some readers like to be told everything, but I don't feel we need to. I've got the season, we've got melancholy, you know, whether it's the lack of sunlight, and smiling for the cameras. We know there's at least either there's 2 people or someone doing a selfie, but there's that kind of subtle suggestion of movement, and we've caught the season as well. So yeah, I love it. Right, got to go to the next person. Oh, I feel so bad about rushing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva. Okay, who should we have next?
We have Amelia, Sally, and Shelly who have their hands raised, it looks like.
Okay, do you want to release them in the same order that you said?
Sure. So that's Amelia first.
Yeah.
Hi, Alan.
Hi.
So I've written this curveball. A midsummer mongoose swerves the sand.
Could you say the first line again?
Curveball.
How do you spell that?
Curveball.
Oh, carbon. As in carbon dioxide.
Pardon me?
Do you mean as in the gas carbon or the
I
No,
think she said
curveball.
curveball.
Yeah.
curveball?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds a bit safer. Right, curveball is interesting because that can either mean a literal curveball of in the game of baseball or even cricket, or it could mean something that's left field, which is probably a baseball term for something going a bit strange. What's the verb swabs?
Swerves. Swerves.
Swerves.
Oh, swerves.
Yeah.
I don't know why my hearing is right. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with mongooses, but they're iconic for being able to take on big scary snakes. So they're quite an iconic creature. Great. You've got the season, you've got the movement, and the curveball. That might be something unexpected happening. And you've got alliteration with midsummer and mongoose, as well as swerves and sand. Right. I need to go on to the next person now, but thank you.
Thank you.
And I think the next person is Sally.
Hi. New Year. He only stayed long enough to say hello.
Right. Okay, that could That could be either a family thing or we've got the season, and I'm guessing it's New Year's Day or soon after. It could either be a certain kind of a liaison or a family parent scene.
It was actually the death of my cousin on New Year's Day.
Oh dear.
Which is why my actual question is it better to have the last line read to say hello, or would it be better to say goodbye?
Interesting question, because we didn't know the context. I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but I didn't see it as someone passing away. I mean, we've all experienced someone passing away because of COVID and other things. It's very similar. I think hello or goodbye feels very similar. New Year, he only stayed long enough to say goodbye. I think maybe you're right. I think maybe goodbye, even if we don't get the context, there's a slight note of poignancy, which is always a good thing to have in some verses. Right, I've got to move on, but thank you.
And then we have Shelley.
Hey, hi.
Hi, Shelley.
All right. The first line in this has a local place name, just so you know. Up on Proctor's ledge, a gray cloaked squirrel hides seeds among the witch graves.
Right, I'll just could you just say that again? Up on Proctor's edge.
Ledge, starting with an L.
Great. And what was the second line?
A gray cloaked squirrel hides seeds.
Okay, among
the witch graves.
Oh, right. So this is going into Arthur Miller country then. Well, I like place names, even if we're not familiar with them. That's a Japanese tradition is not just that they have to be famous already. They can become famous. So that may be famous to some people, new to me. And I like to learn. So it's fresh and original. And very atmospheric. I wish I could say more, but I've got to move on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then Shaza.
Yes, hello, thank you. Hypnotic swirling dance. Leaves of a windy autumn. Ocha getting colder.
Okay, can you read the first line again? Hypnotic swirling dance?
Yes.
Okay, and the second?
Hypnotic swirling dance. Leaves of a windy autumn. Ocha getting colder.
And what's the first word of the last line?
Ocha, O-C-H-A. It's a Japanese word for the tea.
Right. So say the last line again, Ocha.
Ocha getting colder.
Okay. There's a slight bit of I would name the dance or think of a dance that humans do. You've got leaves of a windy autumn. You might not need certainly wouldn't need swirling and windy.
Okay.
And you could probably get rid of getting. You've already got kind of verbal words already. I mean, you could have
yes,
said.
That was my question. I do have a question. Thank you for pointing that out. What is the, I wouldn't say frequency, what is the interdependency or the interconnectedness that a person should seek for between the verbs in the lines?
I think as long as there's a spark, which we catch on. I mean, we've all experienced autumn and the leaves swirling around. We've experienced dance and a tea getting cold for some reason. Right, I need to go on to the next person.
And Gordon Gearhart is next.
Okay, hi Gordon.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Allen? So I've got a scene read for you.
Okay.
Playground. Under the slide, a used syringe.
Right. Right, sorry, I'm gonna have to break off a second.
I think I scared him away, everyone.
I don't know. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
No, I had to ask Karen what she was saying to me. So what is your question? That's what she was trying to say to me.
Just to carry on, please.
Right. Okay. Obviously I've been reading tens of thousands, well, hundreds of thousands of Haiku verses over 30 years. So I have seen this a lot. And playgrounds, we know drug users and drug pushers, they love to start people young. So syringes are quite common in school grounds. You probably don't want to name the school because they want to pretend it's not happening. Syringe is interesting. Do you mean is that heroin, or because usually people have fentanyl or something like that now, don't they? I think if you use an up-to-date drug, maybe. And also you could just say used syringes. Perhaps under the play slide, used syringes and have a fresh new line. Because playground and slide is kind of repeating each other a little bit, and haiku or similar are so short. You need to make each word double duty at least. Right. Sorry, I can't say more. Next person.
Thank you, Mr. Allen.
Thank you.
Lakshmi.
Okay.
I think if she's
Right.
just looking at, okay. Are they here?
I can see you. Hello. Right. Would you like to read your first line? Has it gone mute? Lakshmi?
Not sure. Okay.
You're back anyway. Could you say a bit louder? Have you got one of those funny mics that you've got to speak directly into it? I can hear you when you're talking, but not when you read it. Can you do a sound test again, Lakshmi?
That was me.
No, not you.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, we'll have to move on, but if Camille, we can come back to Lakshmi once the audio seems to be working better.
Sure. Okay, Sankara.
Yeah, hi Alan. So I'll read.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, young man.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah. Downpour.
Say that
Before
again.
the downpour.
Oh, downpour, yeah.
Before the after images fade.
Before
the after images fade.
Right, can you say that again slowly? Before the
after images fade.
Before the after images fade. And the last line?
Lightning.
Ah. Okay. Well, we got I feel we've got the expanse because we've got downpour and lightning. So either looking out onto the dramatic scene, or we're actually in the middle of it. And obviously looking at anything like lightning, there's going to be lots of after images. What's interesting is you've got it's before the after images fades, lightning. So it may be lightning or something else. So there's a little bit of mystery there. Downpour before the after images fades, or before the after images fade. Lightning. Yes, it's got a ring to it, so it's got resonance.
No.
Thank
I
you.
was wondering if that resonance has become too poetic and whether that's working against it. That was my doubt about this haiku.
Right. I've got to move on, but it works. But trust me.
Okay.
Ever so
Thank
sorry
you.
to
Thank
read
you.
through. Just an idea. If you have a question rather than you just want Alan to comment, could you read the poem and then straight into the question? I think that's probably going to be more time efficient.
Okay, so who we got next, Camille?
That's it for hand raisers, at least so far. But I do see Lakshmi here again. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
if
because
Robin and Claire are
am I
both.
audible?
Lakshmi, should we?
No, Claire. There are lots of people who haven't taken part yet. I can see some hands. I saw some hands. There's Claire Camargo, Robin Pally.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see any of those. Okay.
There's probably a second page because there's so many people.
Did you call my name?
Okay, so we
So
we start with Claire Vogel Camargo, then Robin Pally, and then can we come back to Lakshmi? No.
There's more people. Lots more people.
Okay. We just at the sound we never got to her.
Oh, I do apologise. I've list. I've moved on. I'm so sorry, Lakshmi.
I've got to look after me poets. Right.
Yeah.
So if we start with Claire.
Okay, thank you. Rafting snow melt. How some people never warm up.
Okay, lasting snow melt.
Rafting, rafting, like on a raft.
Oh, rafting.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's fresh and original. And I'm a winter freak, and I haven't seen that phrase before. So that's great. We've got seasonal tick, we've got movement, expanse, and we've got haiku humor, because the haiku are allowed to have humor.
Is that the whole poem?
Rafting snow melt, how some people never warm up.
Lovely.
So you've got a slight sunru and haiku humor in there as well. Did you have a question before I go?
I was wondering if it was sufficient the way it is, or if I need to make a reference to show maybe that it's summertime, the sun is shining.
Right.
I couldn't figure out how to do that.
Okay. So you got snow melt, have you? Or did I mishear?
Yeah.
So I can't see that as summer. The snow melt dominates it as a winter reference.
Okay. I was wondering because, for example, if you go rafting, let's say in Colorado, the water is so cold you have to wear a wetsuit.
Sorry, we have to
in July.
Yeah.
Say in Aspen, Colorado.
Interesting question. I've got to move on.
Okay.
But yeah, a local knowledge. I have to think about that one.
Okay.
Thanks, Claire. Robin?
Okay. Turning leaves, the road ahead now shorter than the road behind. And my question is whether it's better without the first line, the road ahead now shorter than the road behind.
Right. Can you just read that again? Turning leaves.
Right. The road ahead now shorter
than
the road behind.
Well, what works for me? We got movement, we got the season, the road ahead now shorter. It makes me think of that that it's become a cliche now, but the road less traveled and all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The road ahead now shorter than the road behind. I mean, you could knock out now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a little bit tighter as a short, long, shortish line structure that traditional Western haiku do. Turning leaves, the road ahead shorter than the road behind. It's great. I think that's all you need is knock out now.
Thank you.
Right. I need to get back to Lakshmi because I want to be over here. So
am I audible?
yes, don't move too much
Okay.
from the mic where you are.
Yes. So,
Okay.
yes, the upturned sea turtles,
Hmm.
the war asphalts, tide after tide. The upturned sea turtles, the war asphalts, tide after tide.
Okay. Can you say the second line again?
The war asphalts, asphalts, the asphalts, the black
You get that second
thing.
word?
Sorry, can you say that again, Lakshmi?
Yes, I got it. Can I intervene? It's asphalt, I think she's saying.
Oh, it's asphalt.
Ah.
A-S-P-H-A-L-T.
Yes.
Right. So
Thank you.
okay. So the second line is it's wall. Is it W-A-L-L?
The war. No, the war. The war. W-A-R.
Oh, I thought it was. So it's the global war we
Yes,
seem
yes,
to be
yes.
enjoying. The war, and say the second line again.
The war asphalts, tide after tide.
Right. I think it's the sound. I can't. Can someone else read that
Yes,
out?
I can. I think I figured it out. She's saying the war asphalts, tide after tide.
The
Yes,
war
thank you.
asphalt.
Asphalts, tide after tide.
Right. And this is not asphalt, is it?
Asphalt, as in asphalt.
Yeah, asphalt as in, the road
So-
stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I can't get my head around the middle line. Is
Lakshmi, say it again.
Yes. The upturned sea turtles. The war asphalts, tide after tide.
Right. I think first line could be just upturned sea turtles, I feel.
Okay.
The middle line it is unusual, but if it's the war as in conflict and asphalt as in blacktop, the motorway covering, then I wonder about apostrophe S after war, the war's asphalt.
Okay.
Tide after tide. And that's incredibly atmospheric. Right. Got to leave you now. But yeah, really interesting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Right. Who's Pat's iPad? I think. Camille, can you see?
Yeah, it looks like Pat does have her hand raised, but you're on mute, I believe.
Can you?
You can unmute yourself.
Pat, can you
perhaps,
unmute?
Perhaps I can unmute her. Let's see. Pat.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I can only ask to unmute. Okay, so I can't actually unmute her.
Okay. There
So
you go. Great.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Right.
you. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning.
Very simple. I have a simple haiku, and I'm asking if it's too simple.
Oh.
Fatherhood, a running stroller at dawn.
Right. So this is not a baby stroller. This is someone strolling.
Exactly. Running with a stroller. That, running strollers are the big thing for young families these days. They get their exercise as well as being with baby, so to speak.
Oh, right.
So yeah, so very simple. Just wondering if it's too simple.
No, it's quite complex in a good way. Fatherhood.
Yes. Yes, right.
Men as dads, that's always complicated. You've got a contemporary device.
Yeah.
You've got the time of day, dawn. Very atmospheric. So bang on.
There you go. I appreciate it. And again, say hi to Karen. I'm one of your students at the page. So
right, you have to.
Anyway, I don't want to take up any more time, but this was a simple one, and I thought maybe it would just be the comment if it's too simple. I mean, is haiku ever too simple? Is haiku ever too?
We're overrunning, so sorry, people, we have to speed up because we're actually overrunning.
You can't. So
we're down to under a minute for everybody.
Yeah, if we have next person, you can't have anything too simple unless there's nothing.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. I love it. Thank you.
Right, who we got next? Daniela, do you want to go next? Because I know you're not well. Can you unmute yourself, Daniela?
Okay, should we move on to someone else?
Okay, we'll come back to you in a minute, Daniela. Someone else?
Tracy has his hand up.
Okay. Tracy?
Yep. Hi, Ellen.
Right.
So okay, so first line, water turned metal. Second line, air damp to touch, stone turned moss. Third line, green crushed to silt. And my question is this expansive enough?
So you got expanse, which is that big area of let's say land or sea. Expansive is one I feel we're expanding too much on something. So is this it was 3 lines, was it? It seemed like quite a lot
of 3 lines. The middle line is sort of in two portions. Second line is air damp to touch, stone turned moss.
And green crushed to silt.
That's the third line.
Okay, water turned metal, air damp. So we're outdoors. Do you have a name for the type of place? Is we on a river or a stream?
Probably a riverbank, near a riverbank.
Well, if you said riverbank, that will say an awful lot. That's what haiku is about. Is just 1 word or 2 words saying a dozen. That you, if it was other poetry, we would do this kind of thing, but I would pare it right back. So talk about riverbank and the stones covered with moss, something like that. Keep it really simple. If you remember Pat's haiku just before, a few words but said volumes. Right, I've got to go on to the next.
Thank you.
Oh, pleasure. Okay, next person. Daniela, are you okay to go? If you can unmute.
Daniela, you have to unmute. We can't hear you.
Right. Can you talk? Oh, you muted again, I think. That's it. Stay with there. Speak. That's weird. We can't hear you, Daniela. It might be your microphone.
I've got a mute symbol for her.
No, it was going off. We'll come back to you, Daniela.
Moon shadows.
Oh, got you.
Moon shadows. A branch of lunaria in my hands. Moon shadows. A branch of lunaria in my hands.
What's that last line again?
In my hands.
Ants as in the little creatures.
In my hands.
And
hands.
hand. It's your It's your lovely Italian accent. Yeah, moon chat. I mean, moon in haiku tends to mean autumn, so that's good. We got the time of day, which is night, and we know it's technically in the autumn. I couldn't quite place the type of plant, but is that a seasonal plant?
Winter.
Winter.
Mm.
Okay, so I think that works. That it shifts it from autumn to winter because the flower is a stronger seasonal reference. Yes, I think that works. I've got to move on, but it has that resonance, and as I said, there's nothing ever too simple. Okay, who's next? Can I see any hands up?
Can we go again?
Have we covered everyone?
I believe so. I guess everyone who wants to go at the moment.
Could anyone who wants to read and hasn't, could you put up, that bright yellow hand from the reactions on your Zoom menu? No? Wow.
Okay.
That's incredible.
All right.
Deep breath.
Okay, so who said can we read again then?
This is me, Shaza. May I?
Okay, then until someone else.
In that case, you can slow down a bit and relax. I'm sorry, I was really putting you through it.
Yes, you were. Okay. Okay, Shaza.
Okay, so I have a question first. I feel that I sometimes write haikus and there's no season in it, but I'll go with this haiku and please let me know. Fast food, that's the first line. In paper bags.
Yeah.
Trees grow slowly.
It's a great meme because haiku can be so catchy, or sanru. That'd be great if you put that on all the billboards, McDonald's and Burger King and that. So I would say that was sanru.
Okay.
You don't always need to do seasonal references. It's just a choice. It's just another device. In Japan, they might say differently, but outside of Japan, we don't have to put a seasonal marker all the time. So I'd say that was good as a senru, as a social commentary. I think it's great. So you don't have to worry.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Right. Has anyone got questions of the too shy to read out? I've never met such a shy group.
Kyla has her hand raised.
I'd go with one.
Yeah,
I'm wondering whether sometimes using a more sophisticated word actually dilutes the poem instead of enhancing it. For example, quarrel aftermath, smoke from the wildfire lingers. Or it could be after the quarrel, smoke from the wildfire lingers. I wonder sometimes whether using a compound word or a more sophisticated word actually undermines the poem instead of helping it.
Well, they both sounded good to me, and I have read a lot that say after the quarrel. It's also that we can get quite nerdy. And is it better to have a certain line longer or shorter? So an aftermath says a lot. After the quarrel, it's almost a slightly different nuance than aftermath. Sounds like it was a bad quarrel and things got broken. Hopefully,
Right,
just
exactly.
furniture.
Yep.
Whereas after the quarrel might be just your unusual marital or family heated banter, and it's all onto the next thing, you know, which is fun. So I think it's not a highfalutin word. I think haiku, going back, I think it was Tracy mentioned the word expansive. Haiku is really expansive. You can say very little but say a lot at the same time, and incorporate anything that's going on, and sometimes big words. I think it was Modern Haiku Journal might have had an article about big words. They can work, but on that case, it's the nuance is quite different. Aftermath does sound like physical destruction, whereas the other one might be just a heated argument, but everything is fine now.
Nice. That actually changes my thinking about the poem. I might make it quarrel, aftermath, smoke from the wildfire fills the house, because you're right, aftermath has more of what's left over.
And it keys in with the wildfire, which is it's a huge
Yeah.
North American issue now.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
I see Catherine with a hand up, and also Gordon.
Okay, Catherine, have we heard from Catherine before?
Hi. Hi, Alan. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I've got a question, which is, what's your perspective on using the seasonal reference in the third line as opposed to the first or second? So I'll read out the haiku where the last line would ordinarily be the first. Dove feathers, line the cobblestones, first frost. So ordinarily I would write it as first frost, dove feathers line the cobblestones, but I feel it's too plain.
Yeah, I mean, you could have, I'm just moving the lines around. It reminds me also that some people put themselves under pressure that the last line has to be a punchline as well. And I don't think there's any, there should be no policing around this, whether the first line says a season and the last line has to be this kind of aha moment, which is a 20th century invention, I believe, by Kenneth Usada. You could have first frost lines.
It's hyphenated. Sorry, the third line, it's hyphenated as first frost. So it's dove feathers line the cobblestones dash first frost.
First frost is a compound word, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, what is first frost with a hyphen? What's the difference between that and the first frost?
Well, to me, first frost, it just represents the beginning of winter.
Ah, okay.
And it's unusual to see dove feathers lying around on cobblestones, but I did. And so I thought I'd just write about it.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously, dove feathers is brought on a new meaning from an old meaning about so-called peace, because half the world is at war with itself at the moment. So I think I like it I like it both as a first or last line. I don't think you have to worry. If you feel you'd like it as the last line, make it that, because it's atmospheric. And also remember that lines don't have to be stuck in some rigid order.
I'm really glad you've said that, because I've often been criticized for putting the seasonal reference on the third line. And
really?
It's something that I do personally quite a lot. And people were asking me if I had dyslexia. So I'm happy to hear that it's just acceptable wherever it goes.
Well, then my Pan Haiku review issue, the one just come out actually, is focusing on seasonal markers, not just Kiko, but seasons in different ways. So I would refer them to that. It's on Call of the Page website under Pan Haiku review.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yeah, I get to hear a lot that people are told certain things, and haiku is not that. haiku is not a police state.
I
Okay,
agree.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Pat, how are you? Because you weren't well, were you?
Yes, I did the one on fatherhood.
Yes, and
But I have another, if you have time, it's another simple haiku. My question following the last person was seasonal references. Can you have two in a haiku? Let me read this. This is a of the moment haiku that, in the last couple of days I'm working on. In the snow, a breath of spring, seed catalog delivered. I think it's a little lengthy, the last line, and I can probably rearrange the lines, but this is just of the moment, like 2 days ago.
Well, as we know, snow can linger into spring or suddenly appear. I mean, it's not unusual for snow to happen in May.
That's true.
And it indirectly reminds me of Claire's snow melts. I was learning something new that snow could be in the summer. And of course, if it's melting snow, then of course it kind of leaves its original season behind. I think that's fine because you're saying it's not winter because you've got a breath of spring and the seed catalogue. I mean, most seeds we think of as spring, but they're actually not just a single season that you plant them anyway.
It's true, but usually they come out. It is winter. It is winter, and we're all tired of it already, at least here in this part of the world. And seriously, 2 days ago in the mail, I received a seed catalog, which of course brought me out of winter into the spring mind. And so I just listening to your last poet, and she mentioned the seasons, and I didn't know if I could. I don't know if that's a good practice or not. I have two different seasons introduced. Really, currently it's winter, and yet my mind is spring.
Well, when we do our regular one-to-ones, which are either 90 minutes or even long, because we will read out a certain haiku or two several times.
Sure.
And it's still not, it still resonates. Then we have that readability factor.
Yeah.
So I feel yours has that, both of the fatherhood and this one. I mean, I've just got it down to in the snow, a breath of spring, seed catalog.
Yeah. I thought the same. I was going to eliminate delivered. I thought the last line was a little too long. So, and or I could just say seed catalog, a breath of spring in the snow. So but
but as you read it, in the snow, breath of spring, seed catalog, I quite like that because it could either be through the door or it could be an old catalog that's dumped in the snow, and it makes you think, oh yes, I'm looking forward to spring. So it's saying a lot very simply, which is what haiku can do.
Yes, I love it.
It's another winner.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Gordon.
Hi again, Mr. Allen. Just have another Senryu, just looking to get your thoughts and feedback, if I may.
You're not going to scare me off again, are you?
I mean, I don't know. Don't give me a challenge. So, car crash. Scattered along the driveway. Moonlight.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. It's almost like that Chekhov quote, except it's a splinters of glass from a window, I think. So car crash, scattered along the driveway, moonlight. Is that correct?
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, or you could put it's quite long there. You could put a car crash scattered along Do you use the term drive as well as driveway, or?
It's basically the same thing. Yeah.
It's just it would shorten the or you could have scatters. So we're not quite sure if it's just happened or still fairly recent. We don't know if it's bad parking, a drunk neighbor, or you know, the usual stolen car going through the neighborhood. So you could have a car crash, scatters along the drive, moonlight. So you've got a lovely autumnal image of a car crash instead of leaves scattered along the drive. with several new syringes if you looking at the neighborhood.
That's awesome. Thank you very
to your
much.
dark collection.
Might as well, right?
Right, I think we're just got a couple of minutes left, have we?
No, we're okay. We've got half an hour.
My gosh,
Yeah.
we did go through at light speed.
We were sprinting.
Wow, no wonder
We should have asked how many people have poems at the outset. That would have been good.
It would have been.
Hindsight.
Okay, well, I didn't realize we could have fun just having questions. If you don't want to bring, you can bring a haiku or a question. I haven't heard from Kyla, and I haven't heard from Orin.
So Kyla, do you want to start with Kyla?
Do I start with, well, up to
Yeah,
up to them.
The hands up.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Right, Kyla. So you're so every time it unmutes, it moves the icon away. So can you hear me, Kyla?
Okay, so someone else has,
Okay. Oh yeah, Jennifer, I can see your hand up.
Thank you, Alan. My question is this. What are your thoughts on the personification of nature? Because in this haiku, there is that, and I'm just curious what you think, because I've heard lots of schools of thought. Here we go. Winter fog descends, kissing the mountains. Good morning.
Well, I did the whole feature on the Haiku Foundation. If you look, if you like trees, if you can do a responsible internet search with ecosia.org, ECOSIA.org, not the dark search one, for personification, and I can't pronounce it properly, but you know, the anthro bit, anthropomorphism of haiku. I've got loads of examples.
Great.
Because it's come up on a discussion somewhere. Well, I mean, the Japanese hokku and haiku writers have been using it. I don't see why we can't. I mean, we're in the West, we've got so many rules. We've got more rules than Japan has.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, I mean, haiku is supposed to be liberating. So, so kissing the mountains is great. I mean, I don't think you need descends. You could just say winter fog, kissing the mountains. What mountains are they?
Rocky Mountains.
So there you got an iconic mountain range. So winter fog, maybe without descends. Winter fog, kissing the Rocky Mountains, or the Rockies. And what was the last line?
Good morning. With the double entendre of they're kissing the mountains good morning, but it also makes for a good morning. So it kind of gives a swirl in your brain of, I wonder what it is.
Or you could have just kisses the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have kisses the Rocky Mountain or the Rockies. I mean,
I like the Rockies.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of us would guess. And then maybe the good morning, and then you get rid of another ing word. Sometimes they work together, sometimes they don't. So you could have just winter fog, kisses the Rockies, good morning, and you could consider whether you want to do a visual punctuation after Rockies or not, you know, ellipsis or a dash.
Great.
You could put good morning in italics. Also, you can do
Love
all
it.
sorts of things.
Thanks, Alan.
Pleasure.
Do you want to try Kyla again?
I think I scared Kyla off, did I?
Kyla, can you unmute yourself?
Only if you want to.
If not, Bonnie has another question.
Okay. Bonnie?
Yes. So I have another poem. It is Withering Vine, the Creep of Old Age. And my question is there enough white space?
Oh.
Did I leave enough to the reader's imagination?
Right. So Withering Vine. What was the second line?
The Creep, CREEP.
Oh, yes. The creep of
Old age.
old age. And the last line again?
Well, that I broke it into 3. It could be a duo stick but I wrote it as 3 to emphasize the creep.
Yeah, that's fine. You could name the type of vine, you know, it could be a grapevine, or it could be well, there's all sorts of vines.
Well, I'm actually thinking of the tendrils on a pumpkin plant. They're withering, they're wrinkly. And originally I did this as a haiga, but I wondered if my picture and the poem were too close.
Yeah, there's a lot of things said about it. I don't like to be too prescriptive, so I quite like the pumpkin because it automatically makes us think of a season of autumn, as well as the Day of the Dead, Halloween, that kind of thing. And I like tendrils, and then it elevates the creep of old age, where it's the autumn of our lives, but it's also autumn where the kids go out and get candy and other unhealthy things. So you could have something like withering pumpkin tendrils, the creep of old age. That works really well as a duo stick. And the white space or negative space, I see it as different things. If certain advertising, for instance, uses those kind of things where there's an image that's not obvious to the product, like a sheepdog is used in Britain to sell paint, and a Labrador puppy is used to sell toilet paper. You know, there's not kinds of thing you would associate, but it means if you see a Labrador or a sheepdog, that you might think of paint, or you need to go to the toilet quickly. Is that subliminal advertising? So there's that kind of white space, negative space. I think there's loads for the reader to get into, because you've got withering, you've got pumpkin, tendrils, very spooky because people dress up as witches, and the creep of old age. So yeah, I think you've got a winner there.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Right, someone else had a hand that came and went. You could bring it back if you like.
You want to go back to Claire, because we rushed through Claire.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Claire. Is Claire still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. The icons keep moving around, and it's you know, you're top left one day, and then you'll.
Well, I tend to move around too.
Yeah, sorry, Claire, we rushed you before, so I wondered if you had something more you wanted to talk about.
I'll have to think if there's another haiku. I
Go
guess
back.
I actually I have a question about the concept of snowmelt. I didn't really mean that it was that the water being rafted on was 100% snowmelt. My understanding was that the water was so cold in the middle of summer because of snow melt. And there's still a river when there's no snow. It's the Colorado River. So
That's what I've heard.
yeah, and you know,
we
we had to wear a wetsuit, and I stuck my finger in the water, and in seconds had the most intense pain ever.
Yes, I can relate. So a wetsuit isn't insulated. A dry suit would have been, there's a dry suit diving.
Oh, well, I don't know what we had. It was rubber.
Yeah, they're both rubber. I think one is keeps you absolutely dry, whereas the other one is sort
Insulation.
of semi.
Oh,
Yeah, insulation.
yeah.
So I did get that the snow melt was making the rest of the water colder, and I quite like
unbearably, yes.
Well, yeah, horrible, dangerously. So I like the fact that there was like two seasons mixing. Winter was
But
mixing.
you had blue sky and sun, bright sun. And so I didn't know if I needed to somehow bring in that there was sun there.
Well,
instead of just because I put rafting snow melt, how some people never warm up.
Yes.
Of course, having a double meaning.
Yeah, which there's nothing wrong with doing that in haiku or senryu. As it is, it works.
Okay.
It might be that you want to do another poem which captures something else. So you could still have rafting snow melt first or last line, for instance, and a new phrase as a bonus poem, not instead of.
I will have rafting snow melt as a third line for another kind of a haiku. Is that what you said?
Yes, it's just that I forget who now, but someone, was it Catherine, said they were told that season words or phrases could only be in the first line, which she knew was wrong, but she was outvoted. So a season reference can happen anywhere in a poem. I mean, it's all about words, and it's not, you get to know the rules, but you know that they're just things written down. I mean, obviously, if you wrote a 20-line haiku, it might not be a haiku, it might be just a very good longer poem. So there's certain rules we have to follow, like we have to keep breathing, but you can change the way that we want to breathe. You can be take a breath every 30 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever. So snow melt could be anywhere in the poem. You could even have it as part of a phrase, because I like the idea of that. Once it's like yesterday's rain always fascinates me. It's like yesterday's come in today, but it was the rain from the previous day. The same with your snow melt. It's a previous season, and it's coming down into the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose summer doesn't always have to be a hot season. It can be quite cold in Australia, as I've found out.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't imagine rafting snow melt in the middle of winter.
Extreme sports.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Karen.
I can see Shaza has a hand up.
Yes, I have a question, and I also have a haiku for that question. It's about I have felt that maybe we shouldn't use onomatopic references maybe in haiku. I don't know. I'll orally say one. It's the first line: tap tap drizzle, whiff of wet dust, earth in rapture.
What was the last line again?
tap, tap, drizzle, the whiff of wet dust, or just whiff of wet dust. Earth in rapture.
Earth in rapture.
Yes.
Okay, so I like the first line, dab dab drizzle. Why not? I mean, haiku is part of the poetry canon. In fact, it often does cross over to prose. So why can't we take from other genres if we're part of the canon? I quite like the whiff of wet dust. I think Earth in Rapture feels it's trying to say too much, and whereas I got a really good dab dab drizzle, the whiff of wet dust. And this is petrichor. That's that term.
Yes.
That spell.
Yes, petrichor. Yes. Yes.
So you're saying that in a different way. I would use the last line. I would just use a different image that's not connected to, because you drizzle and wet you've got already, and I would just almost do a cutaway. You know, in movies they do a cutaway from the main action, just as almost like a rest, or in documentaries they might cut away to someone's hands while someone's being interviewed. They cut away to the hands. It's to give relief from just a talking head. So in haiku you can do cutaways. It's basically just juxtaposition, which you can do extreme juxtaposition or just subtle. Okay, so I think Sally, you had your hand up next, and then Shelley after that.
Hi, I just actually wanted to offer a suggestion to Claire regarding snowmelt. If that is confusing the seasons in your haiku, you could change it to glacial waters or glacial melt, and then it seems more spring-like.
Oh,
just a thought. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally.
Okay, Shelley.
Okay, I was hoping for just response to this one because there's an intangible in it and I don't know if that's good or not. All the weight of snow, can my deck also support a blue jay's ego?
Yeah, I quite, well, I always like to, whether it's intended or not, have multiple parallel readings. And I know not everyone likes that, but it's like, feels it could either be a blue jay or it could be metaphorical for, you know, a friend, lover, or neighbor who's got an ego. I think that's great. I think it's always good for us to read both the classic Japanese haiku in with a good translation, because usually they're really bad, and also contemporary Japanese haiku. If you go to Faye Iyogi's blog, she regularly does contemporary as well as modern Japanese haiku, and they break all the Western rules. They're terrible, these Japanese haiku poets. So you'd feel right at home there. Do you know Faye Yogi? I know she told me how to pronounce her name properly, but I couldn't. So her family name is Aoyagi, and Faye is just Fay, and I think it's Faye Yogi blogspot, something like that. It's very easy to, if you want to plant a tree, usecosia.org. And they don't pay me to say this. Put a name in inverted commas and then put haiku. She uses a classical kigo with modern phrasing herself, and it's just good to remind ourselves that haiku can be written the way we're doing it, because it's been done for several hundred years. So yours seems to work for me anyway.
Well, thank you.
Who am I to say?
Thank you.
Shaza?
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was. I just wanted to know very quickly. Could you please repeat the spelling of the lady you're saying who writes Faye?
Yeah. So Faye, F-A-Y. That's it. Just 3 letters. A family name is A-O-Y-A-G-I.
Thank you.
So she's great to meet in person, got great sense of humor. She's a former president of the Haiku Society of America. You can get digital copies of her first 2 collections off the Haiku Foundation digital library. And she's a very popular Heron's Nest editor. I think when she came up, I think everyone jumped to be editor, and it's well worth looking up her name. And yeah, do look up the blog. It's just amazing. There'll be thousands you can trawl back for years. Right, anyone else?
Yeah, I got it now. Yeah, it's fabulous. Thank you.
Oh, brilliant. Anyone else got any questions?
Okay, let's see.
Pat?
Yes, I do, if no one else does. I don't want to be too expansive, so to speak, but I am, of course, a student of haiku, Call of the Page, and I'm bringing forward the 5 senses, the source of prompts for writing haiku. I've been in the course. I found it incredibly exciting, just generating ideas, words in my mind. And I must say that I do bring some of these ideas to my friends who are involved in meditation and Tai Chi. And we talk about them. It's very interesting that, especially during the pandemic, focusing on our 5 senses. And recently, I wrote a haiku. I don't know whether I sent it in or not, but it was in the area of vision, our sight. But in talking with some of my friends, they believe that there is a 6th sense that we shouldn't ignore, our mind, the mind, and what generates from that journey, that path in the mind. So it's a little heavy to talk about, but one of my haiku is based on a meditative practice that I've done. And, we ask ourselves questions like, who are we in the realm of the universe? And so this, sometimes when I am very young in meditation, I place myself in a place. And for some reason, I seem to enjoy being on the rim of the Grand Canyon. You talk about place. But again, it's a very expansive view, very expansive vision. And there's all kinds of things there. Well, anyway, I have a haiku, if I can read it to you, based on that meditative 6th sense. My place in the universe, a small pebble on the rim.
Oh. Yeah. I think that's fine. Could you read it again slowly?
Sure. My place in the universe, a small pebble on the rim.
Oh, my spelling is
Yes.
atrocious.
Like standing on the rim of the canyon, which I have done actually. So I've had the personal experience of being at the Grand Canyon at least twice. And it's an amazing experience. And so anyway, just comes to me in my mind because of my, following the senses, exploring our senses. It's a wonderful, I love that course. It was terrific. Karen, thank you for your wonderful input. So anyway.
Thank you very much, Pat. And were you on the first of that course? Do you remember when we did the course from you? Were you on the first cohort?
I'm not sure.
Right, but you're talking about the senses of the mind.
Yes.
And in fact, I had a real struggle with that to try and incorporate it. And in the end, I was talking, Alison, who helps us, I was talking it through with her, and she was like, you know what, just walk away. It's 5 senses. but I felt bad because I found it absolutely fascinating. Yeah, all the senses of other senses.
See, this is what I love about that course. It's expanding in itself, as well as drawing on our words and putting them together. It was wonderful. So just bringing it forward, not to take over any discussion. I try to keep it simple. And but this, since I had the opportunity, I couldn't keep my hand down. I wanted to bring it forward to Karen and Alan. So there you go, on the rim of the canyon.
Nice.
Very personal. It's a very personal.
That is the beauty of haiku. We can just write for ourselves.
Yes.
So, Robin, you got your hand up.
Yes, I wanted to take a moment in light of a side interaction I just had with another participant who commented on my poem. I'm the president of the Nick Virgilio Haiku Association, and it strikes me listening to the community building that happens in a workshop like this lovely interaction with Alan, that maybe we should launch a site called something like Haiku Griddle, where we could invite haiku poets to share their poetry, perhaps in a private group setting, and have comments by other poets, some critiques, some interaction with some ground rules around it. And I wanted to ask the appetite for that briefly. And then I had one other comment take.
Yes.
Would there be appetite for that?
Absolutely.
We could turn that on and link it from our site and invite participants of all of our past workshops and other poets upon request, and just try to keep the crazies out. But that could be really
I love the name, and you're evoking breakfast.
Right. It came to mind as Alan so bravely plowed through so many of us quickly and still was able to give real value in seconds.
Really amazing. Amazing.
Yes. I'll do a very quick commercial and then give the floor back. But you're all invited to contribute every week to our weekly online journal, Haiku in Action, privately selected weekly and published in a volume later. You're invited to donate if you so choose to support the global haiku community, the increase in prizes for our student youth contest, the teaching that we're beginning to do of haiku as an outlet for kids who have experienced adverse events to begin to express their feelings that they can't say in words as they move through the rather brutal life that often happens to them in difficult settings. And also to advise every young person you know to enter our annual contest with the Haiku Society of America that launches at the end of this month.
Okay.
Commercial over.
No, that's not a commercial. That's good. That's good stuff.
It
Makes it all more real.
Yes. Yes. Very.
Yeah, we should get. I love it when I get involved in big projects. I did a couple in England. One involved several thousand people. Whether they wrote a verse or not, they got involved and opened a lot of eyes. And of course, it had lots of funding. We were lucky. I could be. It was a Renga poet in residence. I was for 13 months.
Wow.
But it did. But the thing is, it is money, isn't it? And with money, you can do great things. So yes, I hope people consider even a small donation is a powerful thing. Right then.
Did Kyla ever?
I think one or two people. I shall have a private word with Oring, because I was really keen to hear from him, but I might have to private message him. So yes, it's a bit daunting. I mean, I'm actually an extreme introvert, but I've just learnt to appear.
I just wanted to say thank you, Alan. This has been fantastic. And thank you to all the poets who've joined today. This has been a remarkable experience.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick Virgilio House, and also Camille has been really great before the Zoom and during.
No problem. Of course, it's been lovely having you. Lovely to meet you for the first time, and hopefully we can meet again. I'm sure we will at some point. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so
that'd be cool.
much for.
Many thanks. If you need to review any of this, it will be posted on the Nick Virgilio Writers House YouTube channel. This will help poets as we go into the season of the contest. The next workshop will be Michael Dillon Welsh's workshop for beginners. And we will point kids to both of these workshops as a way to enhance their poetry before they enter. So I just want to thank everyone for your participation, enthusiastic participation in all of this, especially to Alan. Really very
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And to Karen as well. I want to thank Karen,
And Karen,
because
yes.
I've been communicating with Karen back and forth for the last few months, and she's great. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you at our next events.